Hey baddies, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I got this glamour look achieved, stay tuned. Alright, per usual, brows done, face beat, and I'm going to go in with some concealer, and I'm just going to go ahead and set my eyelids to prepare for all this beautiful color we're going to add to it. We're just going to give ourselves a good eyeshadow base. The base is so important because, you know, that's the foundation of your eyeshadow. If your base is miscolored or discoloration or has some splotchy spots, you will see it through your eyeshadow, and that's not what we're going for. So we're just going to take our time and make sure to blend it through. I'm then going to go in with this deep dark plum purple, and I'm going to start building this color on the outer corner of my eyes because that's going to be our smoke into this cut crease. So I'm just going to build it, build it, build it. You see me going back and forth between each eye because I want to make sure I'm bringing that color up the same amount and making it as deep on each side. Then right on top of that plum purple, I'm going to come in with a hot pink, and I'm going to begin blending those two together to create that beautiful ombre effect. So I'm going to take my time blending. It's easier to pat your colors in. You see I am patting it in and then doing kind of a small circular motion just to blend those two together and not have any harsh lines where it's obvious I put two colors on top of each other. Now this video has been cut down some because otherwise we will be here like 2 hours. So I did just cut things down to the most important parts. I promise you I did not delete anything that y'all need to see. But I am still, as you see, taking my time making sure those two colors are blended together before I go into an even lighter pink. See, I'm looking on the side, up, down. I want to make sure I'm bringing that purple up as high on both sides of my face, because if not, it'll be extremely obvious on this look and it just make us lopsided, and that's not cute. Here you'll see me start to take that bright pink, and you see I'm starting to move it a little bit forward past the purple. This is just because when we cut our crease, we need that good color backdrop, that color contrast. So we're going to go ahead and just pull that hot pink forward a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with a paler pink. I'm going to show you guys the colors I'm using later on in the video. But I'm going to go in with a pale pink and then begin mirroring these colors together with that hot pink. I'm not going to take it all the way up into my highlight of my brow bone, but I am going to get pretty close this time. Every look is different. Some looks require it, some looks I say, you know, stay way below your brow bone, but hey, it just depends. You see I noticed that the purple wasn't as deep on one side, so I went back in with that deep purple just to blend it through and make them a little bit more symmetrical. Especially when working with color, it is very important to build that color up. So don't think you can just, you know, one swipe and that color is as deep and as pigmented as you want it to be. Most times, almost every time, you have to build that color up, and you would want to build that color up anyway because it gives you that custom experience. You know, you're able to mix colors and actually get the look and the illusion of the makeup that you want when you take your time and build the pigment up. As you see, the look is quickly coming together. You can see the smoke. You can kind of see the illusion of where I am going. As I said, I'm going to pull those colors forward up top. I'm going to pull that light pink and that purple. We're just going to blend them all in. And it's just creating that effortless smoke look. And it's just, oh, look at that. Oh, yes, child, yes. So here's where I said I will be showing you the colors. That is the deep plum I am using from the Crayon Case blush palette, actually, but that purple is exactly what I was looking for, so I had to go ahead and use it. That's the deepest purple we use to begin our smoke, and then that hot pink I use is right there from the Makeup Revolution palette that I went on ahead and just blended on top of that purple. Like I said, it takes time to build your color, so as I was going back over the colors, I realized I didn't show you guys the colors I used, so I just went on ahead and went back over them and let you guys see what I was working with. And then for that lightest pink, we're going to go into the NYX Brights palette. And then I'm just going to go ahead with that very shady kind of coral pink. And then we're just going to blend it up on top of everything just to give us a good transition from the lightest to the smoke before we cut our crease. Now, I had begun already trying to cut my crease, but I was using the concealer that I had put on like my little makeup tool instead of using it directly off the applicator, and it was drying out quick and it just wasn't working. So once I started using the concealer directly off the applicator, you see it was a lot easier. It glided on and I was able to actually shape the cut crease. Now, when doing a cut crease, there's no right or wrong necessarily. You just want the crease to be even. The best thing I could say is you want an even circle. That's the most important. You want the best circle, but where you put your circle is up to you. I have hooded eyes, so I take my circle just a little bit above my hooded eye right there, as you can see. That way, when I open my eyes and close my eyes, the cut crease is not lost in between that fold right there. But go ahead and just take your time. As you see what I was talking about, we need that good transition. That's why I pulled those colors forward a little bit, because as I make that half circle, you see that that pink is left right behind the cut crease, which is going to give us the best contrast when we put that purple in the cut crease. So it's going to be a good contrast between that pink and that purple. Oh, this look was on my For You page. It was inspired by Beats by Deb and many other makeup artists I can't think of the name of right now. But I fell in love when I saw the look and I had to recreate it myself. So here we are. We're going to be using a lot of rhinestones in a second, y'all, but we're going to have fun. That's when I began speeding the video up a little bit, because that's what took me the longest time. But as you see, we're just going to go ahead and finish cutting the crease on the other eye. You'll see I'm looking in the mirror, because you want to make sure that you bring that cut crease up the same, you know, the same height as your other eye. Otherwise you look like you're doing like a halfway wink and you look a little crazy there, because one's gonna be lower than the other one. So you just want to make sure they're even. Like right there, I'm checking, I'm in love. And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that plum purple. We're gonna go ahead and blend it into the crease, because it's gonna again help us transition and get that kind of smoky eye look that we're going for. This part, I say it's easiest just to blend that purple into about your pupil, you know, your eyeball, whatever, you know, just blend it about right there. Ooh, ooh, oh, ooh. We're just gonna blend it right about right there. As you see, that concealer hadn't come down far enough on that eye for me to blend it out. It would have just been a harsh line. So you see me going back over it with some concealer, and you see that almost kind of blended it itself. But then I'm gonna go ahead and try and blend that purple forward, and that's the payoff that we want. We want gradual, we don't want harsh. When cut crease, it is best to have, okay sir with the loud shrug, can you tell I live in the South, y'all? But when doing a cut crease, it is best to have a contrast. So you want to do colors that are opposite of each other on the color wheel, or dark and lights, because the contrast is what pulls the entire look together. It's what smokes it out and just makes it really, really neat when you have that contrast. If you're using colors of the same hue, it will still work, but it won't be as impressive, trust me. Here again, I am just making sure the eyes are matching, so I want to make sure that plum purple is blending into our cut crease just the right amount on each side. I don't want to bring that plum purple on the outer corner of my eyes too much, where my eyelash line ends. That's pretty much where I want the color to end. So that's what I'm making sure that we match on each side, and then I'm just making sure that again we're blended. Make sure you're cleaning your brushes in between each color, especially if you're using the same one. Even if you're not, clean the brush in between each use. It makes a difference. And I'm going to go back into that NYX Bright palette, and you see I'm going to go in with this really, really almost deep purple, but not plum purple. And then we're going to blend it from that plum purple to create our little ombre effect, our little gradient that I love in our cut crease. And blend, 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 blend. Blend it. Take your time and blend it. This look, I especially took my time, because I felt like it's time to elevate this makeup thing, okay? It's time for me to step it up into the next gear. So I wanted to make sure I gave myself enough time to get a full, awesome glamour look that I was going for. I'm now going to go into this pale purple. As you see, that color barely comes off. You can barely tell I'm using it, but it's just enough, and we're gonna build it up, so don't worry about it. But as you see that contrast between that pink and that plum. It's just opposites attract. It's just, oh yes. When filling in your cut crease, you obviously want to make sure you don't go outside of your line that you made for yourself, because that was you mapping out, you know, what's going on. So you don't want to go over that, because it just, you know, defeats the whole purpose. Okay. Hey, if you've been on my page a long time, you know it's not a Tara J video if I don't stumble my words. But like we did with the plum and the other colors, we are going to take our time and really build up that color, because as you see with that first swipe, it is not at all bright or prominent. As you see that? So we are going to take our time. First, we're going to shape it out and make sure we're mapping out where we want our eyeshadow, and then we're going to go in and build the color. I'm telling you, building that pigment up is what's going to take your makeup from a beginner to a pro. As you see right here, this look is giving. Right here is giving, because you know that plum we worked in and took our time, but that purple is not giving what it needs to give. So I'm going to build that pigment up until we take it from beginning to pro, baby. Okay. As I've stated many of times, you're going to be going back and forth. Don't ever hold on to the possibilities that you're completely done with one color, because you're more than likely not. You're more than likely going to see something down the line as you continue to do your makeup that needs a little tweaking, that needs a little fixing, and that is fine. Go ahead and fix it, and that way you get the best result for, you know, what we're doing. This is our face, and we're trying to make it as cute as possible. Who want to walk around crazy? Not you, not me, not nobody. Again, I'm just going back and forth. I did build up that purple a little bit off camera, but now we're gonna go ahead with this eyeliner. I am using my Precise pen by Maybelline that I swear by. I do wear glasses, y'all, so one eye is a little bit more complicated to do than the other. It's this eye. I can't see out of my other eye, so by the grace of God, I'm somehow able to complete it every time. I don't know how, but that's just how you know you're meant to do what you're supposed to do. But I'm just taking my time because I don't want this eyeliner to be too prominent. I want it to be just enough, just, you know, a good little base for our lashes. So I'm taking my time and building that line up and making sure that they match on each side, and then making sure there's no splotches or little speed bumps in that line. Said it once, I say it 1,000 times. Makeup is a lot of back and forth before you get the final result. So you can't rush it. Promise you can't. Now, earlier I said I cut this video down, otherwise we will be here like 2 hours. Here is what I am talking about. I am beginning to put my rhinestones on. I am just using my eyelash glue and placing the glue first, and then placing the rhinestone using the eyebrow pencil. You can use a tool, whatever you want. Just get the the rhinestone on your face. But this is what really took me most of that time, was placing these rhinestones in the right spot that I wanted them to be. It was very specific to me, especially when you put the rhinestones in the brow. I felt like you have to map this out, and it just has to be right. So yeah, I took my time with it. That's why I sped up this portion of this video. But we're just going ahead and place all these rhinestones on, and then we are going to move on into putting our lashes on. But just look at the speed, y'all. Just look. Oh, I feel like the speeded up videos, I don't know, they just always look like, yes, girl, look at you going, baby. Look at you doing that. I don't know. I love makeup sped up videos. Is that weird? I don't know. Y'all have heard me preach this a million times. Use clear glue because it does not show your mistakes. So I use clear glue on those rhinestones. That way, if I was, placing it a little outside of the glue, you won't see it. It dries clear. And then I go ahead and put the clear glue on my lash band, and then on my lash line, and then go ahead and set it with the mascara, because as I've said, that's what sets your eyelashes, in place, so we don't see them outside of your falsies. I really take my time and use that, gosh, y'all, with these trucks, I really take my time and use that mascara wand and use the tip of it to really define each individual lash before I go ahead and place my strips on. When you're placing your eyelashes on, it takes practice to learn this, but I found it's easier to wait till the glue is tacky and keep your eye closed, looking into the, looking through the opposite eye, and then always place your lashes upwards, not downwards, because then you won't see them as you open your eyes. Look at y'all. Do you see this look right now? Do you see this? Now, I could stop right there, but why would I? So on my bottom lash line, I'm going to take that plum that we first started with, and I'm going to begin blending it over. You want to build this up. I don't know. It just kind of pulls certain looks together. Since I'm doing a smoky eye, it would look kind of crazy just leaving it on the top of my eye and not like blending it around. It kind of just completes, like y'all see that? It's a difference completely between the other eye. So I'm gonna take that plum and just blend it, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the other eye with that deep plum. You want to blend it right on your bottom lash line, but not too close, y'all. Don't poke yourself in the eye. If you see me blinking, that's because I'm touching my lash line, and that's a reflex with your body. So you're just gonna blink. So, you know, just kind of deal with it. You can hold your bottom lash line, pull it down, and then do this. You can do that as well, but I just don't want to touch my face because I have makeup on my hands, and then it's going to transfer and it's going to be a headache. So I'm gonna just blend that down. Y'all see I'm getting all them blinks out because baby, that's testing my eyes patience right there. Okay, then we're gonna go on with that hot pink that we did. We're kind of doing the opposite on the bottom lash line. I'm gonna take a fluffier, more defined brush and then just blend that hot pink right on top of that plum. Like, oh my god, it's coming together beautifully. I said opposites earlier. We're doing the same transition from the smoke that we did on our eyelids as we did on the bottom lash line. But you want to just make sure that you're blending it smoothly, because especially as any other part, no harsh lines, because it'll be obvious and it throws your look off. But just make sure you're going from corner to corner. So you want to go from your outer corner to your inner corner. You want to make sure it's completely covered, at least in this case. Then we're going to be even more extra, and we're going to add some more rhinestones to the highlight portion of our face, underneath our eyes. Yeah, that part. Don't see which part I'm working on. But this I did not speed up so y'all can see actually like the process I used when I did the top lashes. We just go ahead and place the glue. I don't really give the glue a chance to dry. I just go ahead and tap it on there, and then I immediately tap a rhinestone on there. That way when the glue dries, it's drying with the rhinestone, and that rhinestone is not going to move anywhere for hours, trust me. This has nothing to do with makeup, but with looks like this, I try to make sure my hair is completely pulled up and out of my face. I don't even want any baby hair. I want you to focus on my makeup, and when you see the finished look, you'll understand. But I always say certain hairstyles go with certain makeup looks. If you don't pair them properly, it just doesn't look right. So don't think that you're just done with your entire look when you do your makeup. You have to match it with your hair, and then match it with your outfit. Like, each thing has to kind of go in with each other to create the best overall look. See, now y'all seeing why I sped up that other part. Because these rhinestones take time, baby. They take time. They take time to place. It take time to pick up. Right here, you see, I couldn't really grip the rhinestone I was picking up, so I was just making sure, while I was waiting to try to get my grip, I was making sure I was placing them in the right spot. Now, with the rhinestones underneath my eye, I am not placing them really in any specific order as I did on the top, on my eyelids and my brows. I'm kind of just placing them sparingly, almost like freckles. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So just bear with me, y'all, but we're gonna get these rhinestones on, and yeah. Now, as I stated, I wanted to be as extra as I could with this look. So baby, we did some bottom lashes, and let me tell you, bottom lashes are not for the weak. They're not for the weak. I almost threw my dang tool across the room trying to get these bottom lashes on, but I did it. I did do it off camera though, but bottom lashes are a lot like top lashes. You go ahead and place the glue on the little strip, give it time to dry, and then place a little drop of glue on your bottom lash line. Give it a chance, both a chance to get a little tacky, dry a bit, and then you place that bottom lash on your bottom lash line where you want it. Now, I didn't film it because 1, my face looked crazy when I was doing this. 3, I was cussing like a sailor because I was getting frustrated. Yeah, so but that is a process. And we're still putting rhinestones on. Still doing it. We're almost done. As you see, I'm kind of really messy when I place that glue before I put the rhinestones because it dries clear. So I'm not necessarily worried about, you know, the excess amount of glue. Now, if I was using black glue, which I have before in the past, you have to be very precise with it because obviously you can see it. I don't recommend anybody using any black eyelash glue unless you are putting lashes on like a eyeliner that we already did, like the black eyeliner, unless you're putting lashes on top of that, or you are using your lash glue as a liner. Now here we go, y'all. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? I really thought I was just gonna boom, bam, boom, and press it on there. Nope. Nope. Try again. Nope. 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 No, girl, you got no. No. Okay, we're gonna go for the inner corner. Oh, success, baby. Success. Yes. I actually didn't think I actually included any of these in this video, so hey, here y'all go. But it did take me some time. I am not skilled with bottom lashes. I think this is actually the only second time I've actually attempted to do them. But with this look, I felt like they were so necessary and that they were going to pull the look together so well. So yeah, I turned the camera off and I put the bottom lashes on, y'all, because I was stressed. But I'm going to go ahead and clear that lip gloss and any other foundation or anything else that was on my lips. I'm going to clear it off with a makeup wipe. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite lip pencils now. We're going to go in with the NYX lip pencil and I believe Expresso. And I am going to go ahead and shape my lips. Oh, but first I'm going to set it with some powder. Now, when setting your lips, you don't have to necessarily set your lips with powder, but do you see how easy that pencil glides on after my lips were set with that powder? That's why I do it. You don't have to, but again, I'm all for making my life easier. So yeah, so then we're gonna go ahead and shape our lips with this lip pencil. I don't overdraw my lips because they are already plump and beautiful, but if you do, that's your business. Just make sure it blends seamlessly is all I can say, and it's easier to do it with a brown and nude when you're over shaping your lips. But I'm going to go ahead and just shape them and then bring that pencil up just a little bit so we can go ahead and create like a nice little gradient, that 90s fade that y'all know I love so much. Just going to take my time right there. As you see, it was trying to give me a little difficulties with my little Cupid's bow right there. But do y'all see these eyes though? Oh my God. But make sure you rub your lips together. As I always say, that completes your look when you're doing your lipstick. Rub those lips together, baby. Then we're going to go in with this Revlon suede lipstick. It's the perfect nude for me, and I've been obsessed with this lipstick for a while. But we're going to go ahead in with that, and then we're going to rub our lips together. And baby, look at that. Done. Oh, fabulous. Thanks for watching. See you next time.